Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, there's this a viral video from an Asian woman. She came out and decided to lecture Jamaica. She's saying that Jamaicans, they have become a copycat. Jamaicans, they are copying African culture. Jamaicans, they are copying how Africans they talk. So she's coming out and telling Jamaicans it is now the highest time for Jamaicans to know that Jamaica, it is not in Africa. But this video made Jamaicans to be more angry. Majority of Jamaicans, they came out and react towards this viral video from an Asian woman. It is not only Jamaicans who came out and react, also some of the African people, they came out also and react. So kindly guys, I want you to watch this compilation of videos from Jamaicans reacting towards this viral video of an Asian woman. Then I'll be back with more comment.
Ministry of Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing is a bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry. And this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny one. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay, you're welcome. We put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me. You back to the country for which you came.
I'm so tired of this narrative. It is simply not true. And I don't know where it started. I don't know who is trying to create this propaganda that Africans don't accept us in the diaspora. It is not true. A great majority of them love us and embrace us and want us to come over there and connect with them. Sure, you have a few that may be saying, oh, you know, don't come over here. But I mean, it's one and two, and most of them are just not in their right minds. Just like you have piece of shit Jamaicans, but I'm not going around and saying, oh, Jamaica is hell because you have a few people who aren't very nice. Check the comment section of the last video that I posted. It is full of comments from the continent, all over the continent. Even on Instagram, I have 50k followers on Instagram. About 90% of them are Africans. Africans love us, especially Jamaicans. Okay, maybe they don't like Black Americans so much, right? And you can understand, you know, I love my Black American brothers and sisters, but y'all are hard to deal with sometimes, especially when you come to other places where other African people are. You know, you come with your entitlement, you come with your attitude, you come with your complaining. Like, it's very difficult to deal with y'all because you're American, you know, and that's just the truth. But we love in the same way, you know, but it's not just hard to deal with. But Africans love Jamaicans. They love Jamaicans. Ghana, they act just like us. They actually act like us. That's how much they love us. Come on. And the rest of Ethiopia.
You're Jamaican, right?
Oh God, here we go. I know you're trying to take it.
This ignorant Jamaicans, huh?
The video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live foreign, yeah, in relation to issues of blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I don't have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, yard or foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So when I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Awo. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response where, you know, we have all kinds of people, because the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, you know, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African Jamaicans' assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable. And we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert our Africanness and our blackness without fear or favor. And not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
I just want to repeat the question. Are you Jamaican or African? The question in and of itself is inherently flawed and reeks of bad faith. Because one, Jamaica is a country and Africa is a continent. Secondly, when that question, are you Jamaican or are you African, is asked, the question is not about a ancestry, it's about a present-day identity. Jamaicans are very much aware and claim their African ancestry. Many claiming the modern state of Ghana, claiming that the majority of enslaved Jamaicans came from the Gold Coast. While others lay claim to the modern state of Nigeria, claiming terms such as Red Igbo and words like Uno being their rationale. And there's even a few who cite Sierra Leone as their ancestral place of origin due to the fact that many enslaved Jamaicans actually were sent back to Sierra Leone and the similarity between Jamaican Patois and Sierra Leone Creole.
Chinese Jamaican women is teaching Jamaican descendants their history.
Had comprehension issues, so we're going to try this again. There is a fundamental difference between Chinese laborers that were brought to Jamaica in the 1800s as indentured laborers and Chinese corporations linked to the People's Republic of China that is a communist government. So over here, we have these people and they don't like these people, but they're the same people technically. So these people move from Yasso and come over Yasso with these people here. All right, these people soon come back. Now when these people arrive, there are these people. As you can see, there's plenty Coca-Cola, we have ginger beer, Inca Cola, and orange cola. All right, Now, at first, these people didn't get along because they are separated by culture and language. But eventually, these people started to understand each other, and they're like, one day, hey, let's run a boat. So then these people brought their ingredients to the pot, and these people took from their culture and put their ingredients into the pot. This is out of many sodas, one stew.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from an Asian woman coming out and lecturing Jamaicans on their own culture. She has come out and said that Jamaica, it is not African country, and Jamaica, it is not in Africa. For me, I agree with her. I know that Jamaica, it is not in Africa. Jamaica, it is in Caribbean, and Jamaica, it is the thirdest largest country in the Caribbean. And also, she's coming out and lecturing Jamaica, telling the Jamaica that it is now the right time for them to know their own history. Jamaica accent, she's talking about Jamaican accent, that it is patois language. She's saying that Jamaica patois language, it is not an African language. Jamaica patois language, it originated from Irish. It came from Irish, and she went ahead and gave a video from whereby we have seen two Irish people speaking like using Jamaican accent. But for me, I can tell her that also black people, African people, they contributed in making Jamaica patois language. When you see in Jamaican patois language, some of the African word, it has been used of making Jamaica patois language. I agree with you. Jamaica patois language, it didn't only came from African language. No, Jamaica patois language, so many races contributed of making Jamaica patois language. And this lady, I know she is not happy to see how Jamaicans, they have always embraced Africa. This is one of the things that I came to learn, that this lady, she has a problem with how Jamaicans, they love Africa. How Jamaicans, they embrace Africa. This is one of the problems that this lady, she has, because recently we have been seeing how Jamaica has been fighting so hard for Africa, how Jamaica, they are supporting Africans, how Jamaica, they usually talk about good things about Africa. And also African people, they have not also they have also praised Jamaica very much, because also in some of our African country, we are still having our African youth who they are copying Jamaican Jamaican language, that it is patois language. We have seen through our musicians, they are starting using Jamaican patois language. So this lady seeing that Africans, they are singing using patois language, and they are seeing that Jamaicans, they are embracing Africa so much. It is for her, I feel pain, and also she thinks that Jamaica, it has become only an African country. But for me, I can tell this lady that Jamaicans, it is a predominantly black nation, because the black people in Jamaica, they are around 90%, and we have these other races. But majority of but you can see the higher percentage of black people in Jamaica, it is very high compared to these other races. So that makes Jamaica to be a predominantly black nation. And also one thing I've come to learn, that I know some Asian people, they really want to take Jamaica over, because right now we know that Jamaica, it is the most popular country and famous country in the Caribbean. So we have these other races, they want to benefit from that. And it is the hard work and the sweat of the black people who they have made Jamaica how it is today. If it wasn't for the black people to give out their hard work and the sweat to make Jamaica how it is right now, these people, they wouldn't enjoy the benefit that Jamaica, it is having right now. So this lady, she wants Jamaica to abandon African country. She wants Jamaica not to praise so much African culture. And we all know that majority of Jamaicans, how they really love, if there's a country in the Caribbean which love Africa so much, it is Jamaica. Jamaica, they will not sit down and seeing African being demolished or African being destroyed with these other races. No, Jamaicans, they have been always coming through for Africa. And also in the second video, this lady, she has come out and say, if you are not a Jamaicans and you are coming in Jamaica, you will need to have a passport. So when you have a passport, in the immigration, they will stamp your passport and they will give you a period for you to stay for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months for you to stay in Jamaica. After you have stayed in Jamaica to that period, you will leave Jamaica. So it was a message to send to the Africans people, to the people who are not a Jamaican, simply because this lady, she is telling these people, despite how you love Africans, despite how Africans you love Jamaica, yes, I agree you will come to Jamaica, but when you have stayed in Jamaica, your passport it has expired, you will need to leave Jamaica. So this is a message that this lady she is passing. She is telling people that yes, I agree, you people, you love Jamaica, but Jamaica, it is not your country. And for me, I can keep on telling you that the people who are having problems with black people in Jamaica, they are the Asian people. I don't know why the Asian people, they are having problem with black people, because recently we have seen how majority of black people that have been going to Jamaica. We have seen how African YouTubers, how African tourists, they have gone to Jamaica, how they have bonded with the Jamaican people. Because I believe those black people who are in Jamaica, majority of them, they came from Africa, especially West Africa. And these people, they are so proud of seeing black people, especially from Africa, going to their country. They usually bond easily. They usually welcome them very high. And that's why it is making this Asian woman to be so much mad, because of how Jamaicans, they are welcoming their fellow black people in Jamaica. Because of that, this lady, she's going crazy. She doesn't want to see Jamaicans supporting black people. She doesn't want to see Jamaicans as saying that their accent, it came from black countries, it comes from black countries. Because we know also Patois language, it was highly contributed with languages from Africa. There's so much languages from Africa which were put in Patois language. And because of that, this lady, she's lecturing Jamaica. For me, I know that if you want to know the true color of Jamaicans, try to provoke them. This lady, I agree, she's Asian Jamaica, but she's not the true color of Jamaica. But if she continues saying like that, if she continues lecturing Jamaicans, majority of Jamaicans, they will come for her. Because Jamaicans, I know Jamaicans, they don't entertain nonsense. If you disrespect Jamaicans, they will come and disrespect you. If you mock Jamaicans, they will mock you very bad. You guys, you know Jamaicans very well. So this lady, she knows exactly to know first of all, these are the black people, the black people in Jamaica. They came in Jamaica during the time of the slavery. For them, they came as indentured servants. Yeah. After black people, they have suffered. After black people, they went into forced slavery in Jamaica. Then after black people, they were now retaining. After they were gaining the power, they were overturning the colonizers. Now these other races, they came as indentured servants. After black people, they have sweat, they have fought for that country. Now they came as indentured servants. And she's now have a right of standing and lecturing Jamaica. No, I won't agree with that. I won't sit down as an African person seeing this Asian woman lecturing Jamaicans on their own history. Jamaica, they know their own history. Yeah, Jamaicans, they know. So kindly guys, I don't want to talk too much. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, share, and also comment. And also you can give on the you can share on your comment on the comment section. Thank you so much, guys.